want to discuss about the t-test for difference of means. So this is very important application for the t-distribution. This is very useful for the future research work. We will discuss briefly. So let us consider two independent samples x1, x2 up to so on xn1 and y1, y2 up to so on yn2. This is two independent random samples of the corresponding population means mu1 and mu2. Okay. Keep in mind these are the two independent samples. We will consider the two independent samples because so the t-test for difference of means is applicable for the independent samples. T-test for difference of means will be applicable for the dependent samples. So first we will discuss about the t-test for difference of means for independent samples. Okay, let x1, x2, xn1 and y1, y2, yn2 are two independent random samples of sizes n1 and n2 of respect to means mu1 and mu2. Under the null hypothesis H0, the samples are drawn from the normal population with samples are drawn from the normal population with common variance sigma 1 square equal to sigma 2 square equal to sigma square. This is the assumption. Sigma 1 square, sigma 2 square equal to sigma square is the assumption, and the samples are drawn from the normal population under the assumption of sigma 1 square equal to sigma 2 square equal to sigma square. Then directly the test statistic T is equals to x bar minus y bar minus of mu1 minus mu2 by capital S into square root of 1 by n1 plus 1 by n2, where capital S, where x bar is equals to 1 by n1 summation of xi, y bar is equals to 1 by n2 summation of yj. Here I equal to 1 to n1, here j equal to 1 to n2, and s square is the combined sample variance. What is the formula? 1 by n1 plus n2 minus 2 times summation of xi minus x bar whole square plus summation of yj minus y bar whole square. This is the combined sample variance and follows t distribution with n1 plus n2 minus 2 degree of freedom. So this is the t-test for difference of means test statistic formula. Under this null hypothesis, we are applying the null hypothesis H0 mu1 equal to mu2, then t is equals to x bar minus y bar by capital S into square root of 1 by n1 plus 1 by n2 follows t n1 plus n2 minus 2. So this is the capital S square is an unbiased estimator of the population variance. How it will be proved? I will prove this one. So it is that S square, capital S square is unbiased estimator. How it is proved? I will prove this one. So taking the expectation of the expectation on both sides for the S square, expectation of S square is equals to 1 by n1 plus n2 minus 2 times 1 by n1 plus n2 minus 2 times summation of xi minus x bar whole square is nothing but I will write that n1 minus 1 times expectation of s1 square plus n2 minus 1 times expectation of s2 square. I think you are understanding how it is that one. We know that individual sample variance s1 square equal to 1 by n1 minus 1 summation of xi minus x bar whole square, s2 square equal to 1 by n2 minus 1 summation yj minus y bar whole square. Okay, so then summation of xi minus x bar whole square equal to n1 minus 1 times s1 square, summation of yj minus y bar whole square equal to n2 minus 1 times s2 square. Then apply the expectation n1 minus 1 times of expectation of s1 square plus n2 minus 1 times expectation of s2 square. So that is equals to 1 by n1 plus n2 minus 2 times n1 minus 1. What is expectation of s1 square? We know that since we know that expectation of capital S square equal to sigma square. This we know that. Sample variance is an unbiased estimator of the population variance. General result, general formula. Okay. So now expectation of S1 square is nothing but sigma square and plus n2 minus 1 times expectation of s2 square is also nothing but sigma square. Then simplification, finally it is nothing but sigma square. So expectation of capital S square equal to sigma square. This is the original result where S square equal to 1 by n minus 1 times of 1 by n minus 1 times of summation xi minus x bar whole square. This was proved unbiased estimator of the population variance. But this is the combined variance. Combined variance, sample variance. The combined sample variance is also an unbiased estimator of the population variance. Okay, this is also very much required. Okay, so this is the test statistic formula. Okay, test statistic formula for the t-test for difference of means is we know the null hypothesis mu1 equal to mu2. What is the meaning of mu1 equal to mu2? That is, there is no significance difference between the means, or the not significance difference between the population means. We know the alternate hypothesis mu1 not equal to mu2, or mu1 greater than mu2, or mu1 less than mu2. Any alternate hypothesis will applicable for the particular problem. Choose the appropriate level of significance, and this is the n1 plus n2 minus 2. n1 plus n2 minus 2 is the degree of freedom. So we will collect the table value at level of significance with n1 plus n2 minus 2 degree of freedom. So we will get the table value. Comparing the table value to this calculated value, whether if the null hypothesis, if the calculated value less than table value, the null hypothesis accepted, otherwise rejected. If calculated value greater than table value, null hypothesis is rejected, otherwise accepted. So this is the common procedure for all testing of hypothesis problem. Okay, I will discuss one problem, maybe everybody understanding clearly. So we will discuss one problem. The heights of 6 randomly chosen silers are in the inches is given, and 10 randomly soldiers inches is given. So discuss the height that these data through on the suggestion that silers are on the average taller than soldiers. Okay, what is the conclusion is asking that from this data silers are average silers are taller than average soldiers. Whether we will accept or reject, we will give the conclusion of that statement. Okay, so first, what is the given data here? N1 equal to 6 observations, silers observations are 6, and soldiers observations are 10. N1 equal to 6, N2 equal to 10. So silers data denoted by xi data, soldiers data denoted by yj data. Xi data was mentioned, yj data also was written, and the total of xi 408 and total of yj 368. Then calculate immediately sample means. X bar equal to 1 by n1 summation of xi equal to 408 by 6 66. Y bar equal to 1 by n2 summation of yj equal to 678 by 10 equal to 67.8. Okay, and other requirements, what is required? We want to calculate the capital S square. If you want to calculate the capital S square, what are the requirement columns are required? Summation of xi minus x bar whole square, summation of yj minus y bar whole square columns are required. So if you want to calculate xi minus x bar, we know the x bar equal to 66, xi minus x bar values, and then xi minus x bar whole square. The total of xi minus x bar whole square is nothing but 60. This is nothing but summation of xi minus x bar whole square value equal to 60, and yj minus y bar. So we know the y bar equal to 67.8. So yj minus y bar equal to 61 minus 67.8 minus 6.8, 62 minus 67.8 minus 5.8, like that. So then calculate yj minus y bar whole square. Then finally the total is 153.6. This is summation of yj minus y bar whole square value. Then calculate s square, correct the formula, and then 60 plus 153.6 by 6 plus 10 minus 2. Then simplification equal to 15.2571. Then S value equal to 3.91. Okay. So take that, collect that statistic formula. T equals 66 as x bar minus y bar by s times of 1 by square root of 1 by n1 plus 1 by n2. 66 minus 67.8 by 3.91 times square root of 1 by 6 plus 1 by 10. The simplification value is the 0.099. So collect the table value. The alpha level of significance is not given into the problem. Common level of significance is the 5%. So from the t tables, the value of t at 5% level of significance with n1 plus n2 minus 2. What is n1 plus n2 minus 2? 6 plus 10 minus 2 equal to 14 df. For two-tile test equal to 1.7. For one-tile test equal to 1.76. So in this problem, what is the null hypothesis and what is the alternate hypothesis? Null hypothesis H0 mu1 equal to mu2. Alternate hypothesis H1 mu1 greater than mu2. This is the right tile test. right tail test. Okay, right tail test. So null hypothesis H naught mu1 equal to mu2. What is the meaning of mu1 equal to mu2? That is, there is no significant difference between the average heights of Eilers and Soldiers. So what is the H1 direct claim of the given statement, given problem? So the heights of the, so we are the suggestion, the from the data, the suggestion, what is the suggestion? The Eilers are average taller than the Soldiers. That means Eilers is the mu1 and Soldiers is the mu2, mu1 greater than mu2. But we know the table value is the 0.099, calculated value equal to 1.76, calculated value less than table value. So 0.099 less than 1.76. Null hypothesis is accepted. So null hypothesis accepted means H naught mu1 equal to mu2. That means there is no significant difference between the average heights of Eilers and Soldiers. From this conclusion we fail to reject the hypothesis, because actually what is the claim is asking from this data through that the suggestion Eilers are on the average taller than the Soldiers, but we are reject that statement. Eilers are not average taller than the Soldiers. Average heights of the Eilers and average heights of the Soldiers are equal. So that we are accepted that statement. That is null hypothesis H naught mu1 equal to mu2. Okay, this is one problem. And one more thing we will discuss from the t-test for difference of means. Some problems the data was not given directly, we are given the sample mean values and small s1 square values and s2 square values. Sample variances will be given. Some problems may be sample mean values x bar, y bar values will be given, and small s1 square, s2 square will be given. Such a cases we need to estimate the capital S square, combined variance. In such cases, what is the combined variance formula? n1 minus 1 times s1 square plus n2 minus 1 times s2 square by n1 plus n2 minus 2. Yes, we know that capital S square equal to this formula. Summation of xi minus x bar whole square plus summation of yj minus y bar whole square by n1 plus n2 minus 1. So what is summation of xi minus x bar? We know the small sample variance 1 by this is the capital S1 square and capital S2 square value. Here the capital S1 square value, capital S2 square values will be given, and corresponding sample means will be given. We want to estimate the combined variance formula using this formula, n1 minus 1 times capital S1 square plus n2 minus 1 times capital S2 square by n1 plus n2 minus 2. So we know the formulas of individual sample variance, 1 by n1 minus 1 summation of xi minus x bar whole square, s2 square is equal to 1 by n2 minus 1 summation yj minus y bar whole square. Okay, so this is the form. Some problems maybe you can use the another formula also, n1 small s1 square plus n2 small s2 square by n1 plus n2 minus. Some textbooks will be shown this formula also. Yes, this is also valid, no problem. This is also valid, this is also valid. Generally, according to the direct concept of this notation, we can use capital S square equal to this notation. But some problems will be used this notation, n1 small s1 square, n2 small s2 square. Such a case is s1 square equal to small s1 square equal to, what is the formula? s1 square equal to 1 by n1 summation xi minus x bar whole square. Small s2 square is equal to 1 by n2 times summation yj minus y bar whole square. Summation of xi minus x bar whole square equal to n1 times s1 square. Summation of yj minus y bar whole square equal to n2 times s2 square. So then simplification is n1 s1 square small s1 square plus n2 s2 square small s2 square by n1 plus n2 minus. I will suggested both, but small S value will be, S square value will be difference. S or capital S value is difference for consider for this compared to this formula to this formula. So we will ignore that difference value, no problem. The conclusion will not be changed either using this formula or this formula. Conclusion never changed, but S value, capital S value, little difference is there from to this formula to this formula. We will ignore that conditions. Okay, thank you. Next we will discuss other things.